to my previous video on how to make the vodka infused cherries. And so here I am again with another fruit themed tutorial, and this one is so simple and easy it's ridiculous. We're going to make homemade watermelon sorbet. I know it sounds daunting, but you only need a few ingredients. So I had literally an entire half of a watermelon left over, and so I thought, why don't I do something a little bit different with it outside of just, you know, eating it straight or throwing it in a salad. I thought, why don't I make a watermelon sorbet? So here we are. Let's go. Let me show you what you need. You need a half measuring cup, 1 lemon, sugar, a pot, a nice large knife, and watermelon. Oh, and we'll need a half a cup of water as well. That's it. Like literally, that's all you need. Water, lemon, sugar, watermelon. Boom. 4 ingredients and we're done. So let's get started. What we're going to do is put in half a cup of sugar. We're going to make a simple syrup and half a cup of water. A simple syrup is just equal parts of water and sugar in a pot brought to a boil. So what's going to happen is the sugar is going to dissolve into the water and it's going to make a syrup, which makes a really sweet syrup. Only takes a couple minutes to cook on the stove, and it's the base for pretty much any fruit drink or alcoholic drink that has like a really fruit flavor. That's usually the base that they use for it. So you can actually use that in anything. You can use it in lemonade, you can use it in whatever alcoholic drink you're making, or any other thing that is a liquid that you want to turn into something a little bit sweeter. So I like the fact that the sugar brings out the really ripe sweetness of the watermelon. If your watermelon's like super ripe, or you're just like, I'm not putting any sugar, I don't want my kids to have any sugar, leave it out. But we're all grown here, and sometimes there's nothing wrong with a little sugar, right? So seriously, that's it for the simple syrup. Equal parts water, equal parts sugar. Put it on the stove. Literally in a few minutes, it'll be good to go. You do want to give it one good mix. And the reason why you want to stir it is because you don't want the sugar to just sit at the bottom of the pot. You actually want it to dissolve into the water. Okay, so I've already cut part of my watermelon and put it into the bowl. So let me get rid of this half. And I'll show you how I did it. I like to go into my watermelon at an angle and just run my knife underneath. There you go, 1/2. And we're going to hold it at an angle again and run it underneath the other half. I like to do this. This is my own little way of cutting it. I'm sure there are lots of other ways that you have for cutting it. That's just the way I like to do it. So I already have that part completely off, but I want it into smaller pieces. So what I like to do is just go ahead and run my knife across the fruit and down the middle, so it'll come out into nice big chunks. What we're going to do with these chunks is put them in the blender, so honestly they don't have to be perfect whatsoever. This is just a really, for me, a neat way to get it out. You guys, if you haven't learned by now, I'm just like way crazy into things being neat and organized. So for me, that's just a very neat, very organized way to get my watermelon off of its skin. And see, there you go. How easy and fast was that, right? So put this to the side, give my hands a quick little wipe. And now we are going to put the juice of 1 lemon in with our watermelon. This is so easy, it's insane. Just gonna get that big seed out of there. I mean, it's ridiculously easy. And the lemon is not gonna make your watermelon taste, you know, acidic or taste lemony at all. All it does is just help boost the flavors of everything. So you go ahead, squeeze that, add the other half. Oh, and here's a tip. If your lemons are not giving you the amount of juice that you need, go ahead and pop them. If it has to be whole, do it when it's whole though. I had already cut mine in half before I started the tutorial. But while it's whole, if your lemon feels really hard, that means that it's going to be really hard for you to squeeze. You're not going to be able to get the juice out very easily. Pop it into the microwave for about 10 to 15 seconds. Roll it on your cutting surface. Bam! all your juice will come out of your lemon. So easy, it's insane. I like to say things are so easy, it's insane, because it's kind of insane how easy it is to make watermelon sorbet. When you think about the fact that you go to the market and you buy a pint for like what, $4 to $5, and you can make this for nothing. Well, okay, not nothing, couple dollars, but you can make your own and you can control the amount of sugar that's in it as well. You guys, that's it. All we gotta do is get our simple syrup in, which we will pour in when we put everything into the blender. Okay guys, now that we have chopped up our watermelon and placed it into a bowl, squeeze the juice of 1 lemon on top, and our simple syrup is done. The sugar and water have mixed together perfectly, and it literally just looks like water. There's honestly nothing to see here, folks. It's just water. And we are going to set that on a pot holder so it can cool. Now, this is all that we have to do. Place our watermelon slices into a blender. We are going to put our simple syrup in with our watermelon chunks, and we are going to puree everything and pour it in a 9 by 13 baking dish. Pop it in the freezer. So yeah, that's it. That's all you have to do to make watermelon sorbet, and you can do this with any fruit. You can do this with strawberries, you can do this with limes, you can do this with cantaloupe, pineapple, any fruit that you want. If you're kind of a stickler for things being super smooth and you don't want any like pulp or anything left over from your fruit, you can go ahead and once you puree your fruit, put it in a strainer. Y'all know I'm all about that thug life. I'm such a thug. I don't care about any puree. Psh, whatevs. So I'm hardcore, as you can see by my bow and my pink dress and my pink lipstick. I am clearly a hardcore person. Okay? You know, I hike and I ride my beach cruiser around town. Boom. Okay, so put your watermelon pieces into your blender. Wait until your simple syrup is cool. Pour that into the blender as well. Pour it into a 9 by 13 baking dish. Pop it in the freezer. So, of course, we're going to do those steps together, and I will show you what it looks like in all its beautiful frozen glory in about 4 to 5 hours. I am all about putting things in overnight, but because I'm making such a small amount, I know that it's going to pretty much freeze in about 4 or 5, at most 5 hours. So I'll pop it out and show you guys what it looks like. How simple is that? If you have a blender, which I'm sure you do, and a bowl, some watermelon, a stove, you're pretty much good to go. So the price of everything is as follows. The watermelon was on sale. It was considered a smaller seedless watermelon, so I got it on sale for only $2 at the market. The bag of sugar that I used is the Market Pantry brand from Target, which was $3. The lemon was 69 cents. That's it. This bowl, as you know, is my bowl that I've been using for a few of my tutorials, which I got for $1.99 at Target. This blender I got at Bevmo for about 30 bucks, and I use it for everything, for my smoothies, for sauces, for pretty much everything. That's it, guys. How simple and easy is this recipe? So let's move on to the next steps and be done with it so we can eat some watermelon sorbet. I don't know what the temperature is where you are, but it's like 90 degrees every day and like 76 at night in LA, and I really need some sorbet, you guys. Life is really hard in LA, you know, sunny and warm. You can wear tank tops every day and shorts, go to the beach. Oh, God. I don't know how I survived, you know, my whole life. My whole life I've been here. But I think I'm gonna be okay. Now you're going to take all your watermelon and add it to your blender. Don't leave any extra watermelon juice out at all. We're using everything here, folks. Go ahead and turn your watermelon into a puree. Once you have done that and your simple syrup has cooled completely, you're going to add the entire amount to your watermelon puree and blend it together. Now take your pureed watermelon mixture and pour it into a 9 by 13 baking dish. Once you have done so, tear off a piece of plastic wrap, cover your mixture, and put it into the freezer. Okay guys, we have finished. I have pulled the watermelon sorbet out of the freezer. And like I said, I used a 9 by 13 baking dish. I poured my puree into it, covered it with plastic wrap, and put it into the freezer. So I have it out now. Here it is, and it's yummy, amazing pink goodness. Look how shiny and crystallized everything is. Oh, it's going to be so yummy. So before I taste it, let's recap how we made it. We made a simple syrup first, which was half a cup of water, half a cup of sugar. We put it in a pot on the stove and brought it to a boil. Basically, a simple syrup is just equal parts sugar to water, and it's a liquid that you can use to sweeten basically anything that you want. So we let that cool. While that cooled, we chopped up our watermelon and we squeezed the juice of 1 lemon on top. Then we put our watermelon into a blender. We added our simple syrup, made it into a puree, poured it into our baking dish, covered it with plastic wrap, put it in the freezer. Okay, how easy was that? We used what? 4 ingredients: water, sugar, watermelon, lemon juice. That's it. And we have watermelon sorbet. And this will last for weeks because the only thing that you need to do to keep it fresh is to just put a piece of plastic wrap on top, pop it back into the freezer. So let's try it. And I'm so hardcore. I like to use this teacup that my grandma gave me, and that's what I'm going to put my watermelon sorbet in. My grandma's super dope. She's 84, she has traveled the world. This is a teacup set that she got in China, and she let me have it. She's super cute. We're like the same height, and we're the same shoe size. So she's awesome. So I'm injecting a little bit of my grandma into this one, and let's go ahead and try our watermelon sorbet. Let me get a spoon, and it's gonna be so good. So I'm just gonna scoop out a little bit, and I have that scooper that has the little button thing here that you press that makes your ice cream, or in this case sorbet, come out. I don't know what kind of scoop you guys have, but that's what I have. And if you are interested, I got this scoop at Bed Bath & Beyond. Okay, let me be fancy. I think my pinky should be out for this. Pinky's out, and let's try the sorbet. I don't even know what to say to you guys right now. I mean, I don't know what to say other than that it's so refreshing. If you were worried about that sugar making it like over the top sweet, don't worry about it because it totally didn't. It just tastes absolutely amazing. I love it. It was so easy to make. I hope that you make it. I hope that you love it. Remember, you can use any fruit with this recipe, and it's so good. It's so yummy. Okay, it's just good. Like, I don't know. What else am I supposed to say to you guys? Am I supposed to be like, oh, this isn't that awesome? Well, you know what? It is that awesome. Huh? And it's like the most awesome sorbet I've had. I'm just putting it out there, you know? I'm just keeping it real. Okay, so there you have it. Our watermelon sorbet is pretty much amazeballs, and you will love it, and you're gonna make it all summer, and you're gonna make it with every type of fruit you can think of now once you see how easy it is to make this happen for yourself. So please continue to watch my web series, To Live and Date in LA. All 9 episodes of season 1 are up on this channel. In the interim, I am making these really fun and awesome lifestyle tutorials. I don't know why I can't say that word today. This is literally like my 3rd time doing this. Okay. I will continue to make. 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 Okay, so there you have it. Our 4 ingredients made an awesome Amazeballs watermelon sorbet. You're gonna make this all the time, and you're gonna try and think of every single fruit possible to make it with, because you're going to fall in love with how easy this recipe is. So thank you so much for watching. Please continue to watch my web series To Live and Date in LA. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Feel free to comment, send me any questions that you may have, and send me your recipes. I would love to make them because I just love making stuff. It's easy, it's awesome, it's fun, and I love eating. So send me any recipes that you want. So please continue to watch To Live and Date in LA. Season 1, all 9 episodes are up on this channel, and Season 2 starts in the fall. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are awesome. I hope that you like this. I hope that you really love this sorbet, because it's like kind of the most amazing sorbet ever. And yeah, thanks for watching. Have a great summer. Why? It's just me. Why am I even eating out of this cup? I should just be eating it straight out of there. There's nobody else that's going to be eating this with me.